You block off the time, set up the camera, and go live every single week. People watch, but your pipeline stays empty. You are doing all the work of a media company, but seeing none of the revenue. A consistent audience without a growing pipeline indicates a breakdown in the system, regardless of the quality of the video itself. High views without high conversions mean the energy you put into streaming is leaking out before it hits your bottom line. You only need 3 tangible tools to start plugging those leaks: a place to stream, a way to generate transcripts, and a single lead magnet. These provide the raw materials you will use to build your engine. We organize those materials into 4 pillars. Your streaming platform hosts the strategy, your transcripts provide the content, your lead magnet handles the conversion, and your calendar maintains the system. Combined, they create the Talk virtual growth engine shown here. Every step relies on the one before it. If you skip even one piece of the sequence, the pipeline fails, and your weekly show remains a burnout trap. Step 1 requires a change in how you approach your camera time. You must stop viewing the live stream as a social post and start treating it as a hosted event. Casual, conversational streams are difficult to repurpose because they lack a clear destination. If a viewer doesn't know exactly what they will gain by tuning in, they won't stick around, and you won't have any structured material to extract for your other platforms. To solve this, structure your episode around a specific result. Start by defining a problem. Explain the mental shift required to solve it. Walk through a step-by-step framework and give the audience a direct action to take. Look at these 2 episode titles. A generic label like Content Strategy Tips gives no promise, but turn one live stream into 30 pieces of content promises a specific, usable outcome that viewers can immediately understand. Before you hit record, test your topic. You should be able to finish the sentence, "By the end of this episode, you will be able to..." fill in the blank. If you can't articulate that clearly, your stream has no measurable value to feed into the rest of the engine. Step 2 focuses on distributing your one core idea effectively across multiple channels. Once you have a high-value episode, you have all the raw material you need for the rest of the week. Run the video through your transcription tool. From that text, extract exactly 3 key ideas, 3 strong quotes, and the single framework you taught during the stream. Those extracted pieces now act as the fuel for your distribution flywheel. This graphic shows how a single master video fragments outward into multiple distinct formats: video clips, written posts, audio segments, and visual assets. From your 1 hour of streaming, you now have a full replay, 3 to 5 short clips, a long-form blog post, multiple LinkedIn carousels, and an infographic. Extracting your content in this way turns you into a highly efficient media distributor, using 1 hour of recording to power 7 days of presence. Step 3 is where we turn that attention into actual revenue. Good content alone rarely generates sales. That requires a dedicated conversion system. Many creators build large audiences but see 0 pipeline growth because they leave their viewers hanging at the end of a video. If you don't tell people exactly what to do next, they simply scroll to the next post and forget about your brand. To capture that attention, you must embed a mechanism into the pipeline. Every single piece of content you distribute from your flywheel must include one clear call to action. This diagram illustrates the exact path your viewer needs to take. Every live stream and post directs the audience to a dedicated lead magnet download. Once they opt in for that framework, they are immediately pointed toward your core business offer. If you fail to include that repetitive call to action across your posts, your audience will simply consume your material and leave. Without it, all your distribution efforts produce 0 financial return. Step 4 ensures this entire process actually happens week after week. Relying on bursts of motivation to cut up your videos leads to inconsistency. You need a rigid schedule. This timeline maps out a sustainable mid-week distribution plan. On Monday, you post an authority concept from your previous show. On Wednesday, you share a short clip. And on Thursday, you run a promotional post for your next broadcast. Then, Friday is reserved for your peak event, hosting the actual live stream. To keep this running smoothly, you block off exactly 2 to 3 hours over the weekend to pull your transcript, batch new assets, and schedule your posts for the upcoming week. Consolidating all of your repurposing into this strict weekend block guarantees your pipeline stays full and immunizes you against trying to figure out what to post on a Tuesday morning. By executing these 4 steps, you replace random posting with a predictable revenue pipeline. We can now see the fully assembled engine in motion. You host a live stream, extract that recording into your content formats, point every post toward your lead magnet, present your offer, and repeat the cycle. Now it's time to put this into practice. To get all the step-by-step execution guides, templates, and done-for-you frameworks, upgrade to the Talk Virtual Implementation Pack. Focusing on a system that leverages your work replaces the cycle of constant creation. When the engine is built, your content works for you.